Hi folks, Matt here from Keen Edge Edgeware. I've got a longer video this week because I get asked by a lot of people, when do I know when to hone my knives and what's the best way to go about it? And you see a lot of people with using steels to sharpen knives and that sort of thing, but it really takes a long time to get skillful at that. So we've come up with an easier way for just general people to keep an eye on their knives and help maintain those edges. First thing we need to do is we need to establish whether a knife actually needs honing. When a knife has got an edge on it, you should be able to look along that edge and not actually see it. If you see bright patches or little bright lines along the edge of the knife, that means that the edge of the knife, so the point of the edge, is actually starting to roll over. And what you're seeing is light reflected off that top surface. What we're going to do is we're going to be using the steel to realign or straighten that edge back out to re-establish that nice straight line that gives you a satisfactory cutting edge. So we do that using a steel. Now, a lot of the time, the problem that people have is actually making sure that they're honing or steeling their knives to the correct angle. So in order to try and fix that problem, we've come up with a little solution. In our new business card, all right, on the back, we've got a little edge angle guide. Can we see that? Okay. Now, by just following the simple directions of fold two cuts and then cutting the appropriate edge angle, and it's marked there in degrees, what we come up with is this little sledge-shaped piece here. All right, where the sides are cut at the same angle that the edge has been ground to. What we can then do is take a sharpening steel or hone like this one, and this is just out of our common kitchen block. It's not a high-end professional piece or anything like that. All right, and then what we're going to do is place the knife gently against the edge, but hold the blade of the knife against that angle guide so we get that right angle. Now this knife's been ground to about 20 degrees, so I've got 20 degrees set to here. What we're then going to do is simply move the knife from top to bottom while pulling it towards us with the aim of ending on the tip just as the knife gets to the board. And then we do exactly the same on the other side. Get it to the correct angle and then pass the knife down, holding that angle till it gets to the bottom. You should only need 2 or 3 passes on alternating sides before hopefully what you see is those bright lines or edges disappearing off the edge of the knife. At that point, your knife is back to about as sharp as it can be at that point. Obviously, if you're still seeing big patches of light here after more than sort of 2 or 3 goes at this, then there's a very good chance that the edge has been damaged or corroded to the point where it needs to be reground. That's when you come and see us, we regrind it for you. But by having a look at a knife that you use, say a knife that you use every day, like this common chef's knife, which I use every night, I'd have a look at this once a week, maybe hone it once a week, maybe once every couple of weeks. No more than that. 2 or 3 passes on each side every 1 or 2 weeks is more than enough to keep these knives in good condition. And this knife was last put on the grinder probably about 10 months ago. So you should be able to get 6, 12 months out of a ground edge at least if you look after your knife. So remember, make sure you keep a knife honed. Once it's blunt, it's too late. Don't put it in the dishwasher because the edge gets knocked around and corroded. Don't leave it in the sink, and certainly don't leave it with any fruit juices or meat juices or anything on the edge. Make sure you clean your knives, dry them, put them away, and protect that edge as soon as you finish using them, and you'll get a good longevity out of your ground edges. This is Matt from Keen Edge Edgeware. Thanks for listening to this little video. I hope it helps you. If you've got any problems, come and see us at one of our market stalls. Contact me through Facebook or Twitter, and we'll be more than happy to try and help you out. Cheers.